August is here. This is going out a bit late. I've been away. I was in Bakuriani for 3 weeks. It's a ski resort as their off-season, just to escape the oppressive heat of Tbilisi. July and August in Tbilisi is too hot for me. I haven't finished any books yet in August. I finished 7 books back in July. In this video, I'll be taking you through the books I plan to read in August, my August TBR. Let me know in the comments what you're planning to read this month, and if you've read any of the books I mentioned, what you thought of them. So, grab a cup of tea or something stronger, and let's dive in. My name is Jim. This is my channel, Books, Reading and Stuff. August on BookTube is synonymous with Garbaugust. This was started 3 years ago or 4 years ago by Criminolly, where he encourages us to read trash for the month of August. And first on my TBR is Criminolly presents Garbology. This is a collection of many short stories celebrating trash. I started this last August for Garbaugust. I read some more during May for Horror Mayhem, and now I hope to finish the collection for Garbaugust this year. So far, the standout story for me has been MJ's The Widowmaker. The next story I'm going to read is Oliver Clark's story Trash GPT, which I'm very much looking forward to. Also for Garbaugust, I found this earlier in the year and thought it would be ideal for Garbaugust. Dreams Die First by Harold Robbins. This is a #1 bestseller back in the 70s. It was published in 1977. It's about sex and sleaze in California. The central character, Gareth Brendan, is modelled on Hugh Hefner. He owns various casinos, magazines, movies, and it looks very, very trashy. Then this has been on many of my TBRs. This is Cryptonomicon. I started this in March for March the Mammoths. I'm up to page 223. I didn't take it away with me because it's over a kilo and it would weigh my luggage down too much. It's a story about historical fiction, about cryptography. There's 2 historic timelines, one during the Second World War and one in the 1990s. Yes, it's 220 pages of 910. Will I finish it? Not this month, surely, but I'm hoping to finish it this year. If I don't, this is going to be, unfortunately, a DNF, a book I did not finish. Another book which is going a bit slowly is The Bicentennial Man by Asimov. This is a collection of short stories. I've read the first 2, which didn't really grip me very much. From looking at the reviews, the titular story, The Bicentennial Man, is the standout story in this collection. I used to read a lot of Isaac Asimov as a teenager. I haven't read him for decades now, but I'm hoping the other stories in here will be more entertaining. A classic, To the Lighthouse by Virginia Woolf. It's described, this simple and haunting story captures the transience of life and its surrounding emotions. It's set in Scotland, and there's a lighthouse that the family party consider going to. I wonder if they'll ever get to this lighthouse, this titular lighthouse. This was recommended to me by Pae Veo, a Canadian booktuber who I haven't seen post for a long time now. I hope he's going to come back. I'm currently reading A Closed and Common Orbit by Becky Chambers. This is the second in the Wayfarer series, and I put a poll up for my July TBR, and this book, along with The Only Good Indians, was at various times on top of the poll. Now that The Only Good Indians is back on top of the poll, and I've read that, but now I'm reading A Closed and Common Orbit. I read the first book, The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet, and that really impressed me about the found family. But this one's quite different. It's just focused on 2 characters. One is an AI. It was a ship's AI, but it's been put into a human-sized suit, and it's trying to pass off as human. in Port Coriol, where it's illegal to do this. And the second story is about Pepper. It's her backstory when she was Jane, where she was brought up by AI mothers, and she was trained to take apart trash for recycling anything that would be useful. I'm enjoying it so far, as well as garbaugust. August is for activation, or sorry, not activation, agitation August. I got that wrong when I compiled my TBR. This is an event created by Margaret Peanut. I'll link to her channel in the show notes. And for that, I'm reading The Parable of the Sower by Octavia E. Butler. I found my copy of Octavia E. Butler's The Parable of the Sower is actually a graphic novel. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting just a novel. It's an ebook. And Margaret Peanut has already made the video where she was talking with Didi of Brown Girl Reading about The Parable of the Sower, and both of them really enjoyed it. So I'm looking forward to it if I can manage to read a graphic novel. It's sort of slightly outside my comfort zone. I said a closed and common orbit was from my July poll. For my poll for August TBR, I put a list on my community tab of 4 books that I was interested in reading. And the one that you voted for the most was We Do Not Part by Han Kang. Han Kang is a South Korean writer. She won the Nobel Prize for Literature in 2024. And this is a book which blurs the boundaries between dreams and realities. I saw Mark Nash reviewed this, and there's a lot about the white of the snow, which is like a shroud. And for him, it was his only Han Kang that's a 4-star rating. All the rest have been 5 stars, but it's still good if he gets a 4-star rating from Mark Nash. So I'm looking forward to reading this too. And the final book on my August TBR is Our Song by Anna Carey. This is her first book which isn't for children or YA, and is about this girl, Laura McDermott, who was in a band about 18 years previous to when the novel is set, and she was with Toig, but Laura decided to go on to a sensible career in advertising, while Toig actually becomes a rock star. And then out of the blue, she gets an email from Toig asking if she wants to help him finish some of the songs they started creating together many years ago. And it's about their romance, their chemistry. This is a second chance romance. I saw this book on the July reading wrap-up of Aoife at Pretty Purple Polka Dots. I'll link to that in the notes too. I found her recommendations so far been very good, so I'm looking forward to reading this. That was my August TBR. Let me know if you've read any of these books. Let me know what you thought of them. Also, let me know what you're reading. And I will see you on the next video. Goodbye.